Hello and welcome to Titanium Talas Tarot, and today I will be doing a reading for Virgo. Okay, so this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. If you have any of these planets under Virgo in your chart, welcome. If you have none of these planets in Virgo in your chart, I welcome you too, because there's probably a message in here for you, so keep an ear out for it. All right, now, if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you, okay? Now, the way I work is that on Mondays, I do a challenge spread. On Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I do normal pulls. On Saturday, I do a energy pull for the coming week, and on Sunday I do an energetic healing from the past week. All right, so that is all the services I offer, and those are the videos that come out on each day. All right, if you guys are interested in watching those videos, why don't you check them out? All right, now, so the way I work is that I first pull cards from the Radlech Valentine Fairy Tarot deck, then I clarify those with Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle, and finally, if I need any further clarification, I use Sylvia Netzer's Mirror Truth Lenormand deck. Alright? And now, with that being said, let us get into your cards, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Hey ho. You say oh. Daylight come and you want to go home. Hey oh. Me Sydney. Daylight come and we want to go home. Sorry if I did not do it justice, but that song came to mind. Dali me banana. Daylight come and you want to go home. Alright. These angels and guides, anyone from the highest good. Can you hear my voice crack? Dang, I feel like a teenage boy. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides. Okay. Card number 1. 3 of Spring, pointing towards the right. You see, Taurus got this, but they got this pointed towards the left. Interesting. Very. All right. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Next card out is the Queen of Autumn, pointed upright. Yep. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share your message. Yo. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good. That's a lot. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Well, that one flipped. Got the World, which comes after the card on the floor. One moment. OCD with my cards. Oh. No. And the third card is the Princess of Winter in the upright. Okay, so clarifying the Three of Spring pointing towards the right. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share. And we got the Friends pointing towards the right as well. Okay, second card, Queen of Autumn in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for the Queen of Autumn, please clarify why the Queen of Autumn is here in the upright for Virgo. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share why the Queen of Autumn is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share why the Queen of Autumn is here in the upright. One moment, please. And we got two cards. We got the Master Maker and the Bodacious Bodaic. Okay. Then we got the Princess of Winter in the upright. And the Princess of Winter is here because of what? Okay, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Virgos, please come forward and share why the Princess of Winter is here in the upright. Too many. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share why the Princess of Winter is here in the upright. Not quite, but pretty good. I was thinking it was going to be an elemental. And I pulled an elemental. Nice. And the Princess of Winter is here because of Singer of Courage. Right. Next card is the World card pointing towards the right. Yep. Okay. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share why the World card is here pointing towards the right. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share why the World card is here pointed towards the right. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for Virgo, please come forward and share why the World card is here pointing towards the right. And it's here towards the right because of A collective of pixies. Yep. A collective of pixies. Now, let us see. Okay, so card number 1 is the 3 of spring pointing towards the right, which means it's coming in quick. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So this coming in quick, to me, it means that you are fully understanding that life is a work in progress. Okay, it's something that you work towards. So you are completely immersed in it. You are totally happy, completely immersed, and completely pleased with what you're working on. So that is why you have an eye to the future, because you are completely content with what you're working on at the moment. Okay? The card clarifying that is the friends. Okay? Pointing towards the right as well. Now, it says friendship, support, aid. So you probably are being able to go quickly to you probably are knowing that this is that this is a work in progress because your friends are supporting you and aiding you. Yes. Yeah. So you cool with it, right? Because you know what it is. So you're cool and you're hanging in tight. Then you got the Queen of Autumn. For some reason, I just thought of Queen of Possum. But it's Queen of Autumn. Okay, Queen of Autumn has the energy of being generous, stylish, gracious, and practical. Look at this queen. She is so glamorous. I mean, just like a diva. She's like, oh, I don't need to look at you. I'm too preoccupied with my own thoughts. See, I'm pointing. I'm pointing this way. Well, not. She's pointing the other direction, but whatever. It's in the frame. Alright, so it says be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful, meaning someone who can help your dreams come true. Yes. So I think this goes aligned with the aid, the friendship. Someone you are making it. You are becoming friends with someone that can help you. Basically, reach for what you want. Yep. Next, now the Queen of Autumn is clarified by 2 cards. You got the Master Maker and the Bodacious Bodaic. Okay, so first, the Master Maker is skills, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, invention. So you're getting the idea, you're having something and you're realizing it, right? Then the next card is the Bodacious Bodaic. I mean, look at his face. It's just like, I'm looking. Okay, that was not a very pretty face. I am so sorry. That wasn't very flattering now, was it? But anyway, look at the card. And he's like, stalking much? Oh my god. Stalker. You know, it's just like this creepy stalker who's really benign, who doesn't do anything, is just creepy and stalks you and you're like, get away. But there's no harm done, right? No harm done. He's just looking. For now. It's when it starts to get out of cute looking that it starts to get freaky and very awkward. Okay. Now, then you have the Princess of Winter. And the Princess of Winter is inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic energy, type of energy, okay? Information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. Now, when I read this card, and when I hear, you hear the truth, but said in such a way, information that is difficult to hear. Well, I guess the person, my first instinct would be that the person is, if it's the truth that is difficult to hear, then the person is saying it in a very unfriendly manner because she is speaking the truth without kindness. But in reality, when you speak the truth and someone doesn't want to hear it, it can be taken in a wrong way. But the person might be speaking it with kindness, but the other person on the other end, the communication transaction, is a doorknob. Sometimes that happens. So an indigo child or adult. Now, I have the impression that sometimes indigo children can be very honest and can be very hurtful sometimes because they don't necessarily think of the other person's feelings, but in actuality, other people's feelings should not be taken in charge. You should just speak your reality. And so the way the other person takes it is their problem, not yours. I mean, the other person does not necessarily think of through your life experience and through all the things that you've gone through. Like, for example, I have been in certain situations, right, where people have been talking about death and people have been worried that someone's going to die. Now, I have a very interesting relationship with death. I almost died 11 years ago, almost 12, right? So for me, it's like, all right, well, if I die, it's going to be my soul, me as a soul, moving into a higher consciousness. I will get back to unity. I will get back to the oneness. I will get back to the universe. I will get back to the ethers. I will get back to whatever there is after life, right? That is what I believe in. That's what I believe in. Some people who haven't experienced anything. Now, I can't say that I know what happened. All I know is that while I was in my coma, oh my God, I did think of something along these lines in my pre-shuffle. The reason why I'm saying that is because I was wondering if any of the rant that I have with myself, the conversation I have with myself in my pre-shuffle, before I start filming, I have conversations with myself. I talk. That's the way I verbalize stuff. I talk aloud of things. Now, when I talk, I was interested to see if any part of what I was saying to myself would come back up in my readings. And I was talking about my car accident and all those things, and it just came up, and I was like, I wonder how I'm going to put that in. And I didn't actually physically think that I would put that in, but I had a feeling that something would come up that would make me fit that in somehow, right? So that, and I was mentioning it in the Taurus reading, but anyway, I digress. Basically, okay, why am I talking about this? Okay, I was talking about this because of the bodacious I was talking about this with Master Maker, and then the Bodacious Bodaic, which is meddling, tampering, sabotage, helpful fixing, which is the way that it is even written. It's helpful fixing between like quotation marks, which means it's not really fixing. It's not really helpful fixing. It's just what you think is fixing, which brings me back to my point, which is you talk from your vernacular, which means vernacular as in from the way you view life. And the way you view life is very specific, very unique, because you have lived a certain life experience. And the reason why I say that is because, and the reason why I got off all that rant about death and whatnot is because I have lived in a near death experience. I was hit by a car. They put me in a coma. That's why I believe that during my time in a coma, I was in heaven while my body was shut down, okay, because of my coma, the induced coma that they put me in. I was not really awake throughout any of it. I started to wake up while they like sort of waned off the drugs that kept me under. Anyway, so, but whenever like some of my family talk of death, they become quite sad. Like I remember my grandmother had fallen and broken some bones and some stuff, and she was in the hospital. We visited her, and I remember being in a room while my aunt was also in her room, and my aunt said something and I said something, and I was like, why? And I was like really happy because I was really happy, but I was talking from my life experience. Now, the other people in the room did not take it as joyfully as I did. They were not as happy as I was, because to me, to be quite honest with you, death is not the end of your life. Death is just the beginning of another portion of your life. Your life as in the soul's life. Your soul's life. Now, even though they're like Christians, and my aunt is like, goes to like Bible study and all, and I don't know if she believes in that, but I don't know why they were so sad and stuff, but like, I just found it weird that they were like looking at me wrong because of what I said. And anyway, so people, when they communicate, don't really think about how you think about why you're saying something from, which is coming out of your life experience. So when someone offends you, instead of getting pissed off, just think about that you don't need to understand why they said what they said. It's just that it makes sense for them due to their life experience, is what I was getting at. Okay, now, next card. Next card is the Princess of Winter. Princess of Winter in the upright is... I was actually at the Princess of Winter when I said that. Yeah. So the Princess of Winter, inquisitive, realistic, truthful, and diplomatic. The reason why I said that was because of the Indigo Child. And the Indigo Child isn't really understood all that much because they talk from their perspective, and people usually when they hear you talk, they understand what you're saying from their perspective and not from putting their perspective aside and trying to see where your perspective is coming from. That's why I mentioned when someone hurts you, instead of thinking of, oh, this hurt me because, think of why would they say that? Why would their life experience lead them to think that way? You know, that's just what I'm getting at. Okay, now, what is clarifying the Princess of Winter is the Singer of Courage in the upright, right? And the Singer of Courage is bravery, sublimation of fear, moral strength. Now, you see, when I was not really understanding why people are so like worried about people moving on. Okay, I remember, so this is when I do understand my mistake and I comprehend it. Okay, I have been to a couple of funerals since my accident. And I went to one and I offended people because I was so jovial. But you see, my thing is that I see death differently. I see death as the moving on. Like, okay, your body is dying, is dead. Okay, yes. But your soul is connecting with the ethers, is connecting with everything, it's connecting with unity. So it is now free. It is not contained in a specific body. All right. So I'm just saying, to me, death is a good thing. It's a part of life. Death is not such a bad thing. It's an ending of a cycle. It's the beginning of a new one, literally. Okay, and in everything, death and life and whatever. When you die, you do not die, as I said before. You just move on. In science, okay, it is said that energy cannot be just created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. Think about it. Your body, okay, yes, it is created and is born and it is destroyed when you die, but it's not destroyed. It's just transformed into ground food. It's just transformed into earth. It's just transformed into whatever, right? It's just transformed. The same thing with your soul. Instead of it being tied down to the physical plane, it is now let go and released into the ether where you can go wherever you damn please. Wherever you please, right? Wherever. So it is not such a bad thing in my perspective, but that is my perspective, and I can't put my perspective on other people. That's just wrong. Now I understand that because I learned it the hard way through someone's funeral. So I now keep my comments to myself because I know that the funeral is not really for the person who has died. It is for the people who are mourning that person who has passed away. So in respect to the people who are mourning the person who has passed away, I shut my yap. Okay? That is what I do now. Okay? Now, the next card is the World card, which is endings and completion. Well, not endings, it's just completion, which means that you are, like I mentioned, you are an energetic being living a human experience. So you are moving, you are learning a lesson and you are evolving in that sense. Okay? Yes. So, and this card says a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. This being pointing towards the right, it is coming in quick. Okay? It is coming in very quick. Yep. And that is clarified by a collective of pixies. Okay? Duty, willingness, joyful participation, virtue. So you are probably meeting people who think the same way you do, my Virgos, and it is amazing. And I can say something about that because I'm partly Virgo. I'm not sure which planet, but I know I have Virgo in my chart. So this is good. Yeah. My mommy is a Virgo. So is my grandpa and my cousin. So are bad grammar. Anyway, so this is a very interesting reading, Virgo. If you like this and if you would like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below and it'll be my pleasure to help. With that being said, give this a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as, please, for me, in the Hamar, for me, that's for me in Armenian, leave me a comment because I love comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. Okay? So, with that being said, I wish you guys all a very good week. And before I finish, I would like to also say, if I haven't mentioned this, I also do challenge spreads. Okay, so what I do is I do challenge spreads, I do normal pulls, I do energetic pulls, I do energetic healings. That's what I do. Those are the 4 things I do during my week. So watch out for any of those. And yes, so with that being said, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next time. Okay, Virgo? Bye.